All right, now to this incredible story of Steve and Brooke Ismail. They were living their best lives. They were out on a bike ride last year, and then they got hit by a truck.
Steve was just recently released from the hospital where he spent 9 months literally fighting for his life. Our Alex Haskell sat down with a couple at their home in Glenburn and joins us live now with their story of survival. Good morning, Alex.
Hey guys, good morning. So last September, Steve and Brooke set out on a bike ride. They were training for the Dempsey Challenge. Shortly into the ride, both were hit by a pickup truck from behind at an estimated 50 miles per hour. The driver says he was blinded by the sun and never saw them. Both Steve and Brooke suffered many injuries.
It was surreal to go for a bike ride in a sunny afternoon and wake up with snow outside in December in the CCU.
On his bike, Steve Ismail was hit first by the truck. He doesn't remember what happened, but his wife, Brooke, does.
I saw Steve, who had gotten thrown into a culvert, face down, and it was scary and awful.
Brooke's bike was hit next.
All I remember is being thrown into the air, and I couldn't get up off the ground when it happened, and I was in shock.
She broke her ankle, leg, and 2 vertebrae, requiring surgery. Steve had multiple life-threatening injuries, both rushed to the hospital.
Had 17 surgeries the first 21 days.
Steve's injuries included a cracked skull and broken bones in his neck, both legs, hip, pelvis, and tailbone. He also suffered internal injuries.
You know, I mean, it was a roller coaster big ride because he was doing better one day, and then the next day something happened.
Doctors told her they didn't know if her husband was going to make it.
It was really hard, and but he made it through.
He made it through with months in the hospital and nearly 30 surgeries in all, one to amputate his leg after it became infected.
I mean, there's no doubt it was my wife. Without her, I'd be dead. You know, her coming every single day, no matter what happened, she'd be there.
At the end of last month, Steve was finally released from Eastern Maine Medical Center, surrounded by hundreds of hospital workers who cared for him and his family.
It was so overwhelming. It was so well done at Northern Light. I think in the time with COVID and all the things that go wrong at hospitals, everybody was just thrilled to have an unbelievable success story because I should not have made it. And somehow they kept me alive until I was strong enough to do it.
His drive home, passing signs along the way, wishing him the very best.
I spent 10 months trying not to die, and now I've got to turn around and learn how to live again, so I look forward to that.
Steve and Brooke say they're just so incredibly grateful for their 2 daughters and the countless friends, family members, and even strangers who helped them while they were in the hospital and continue to help them. Now, Lee and Sharon, both Brooke and Steve have done so much for their community in the past. Brooke, for example, has a breast cancer support group called Open Arms. They're just really incredible. And Sharon, you actually know both of them.
Yeah, I'm fortunate enough to have known Brooke and Steve for a number of years. And when I say that they are 2 of the most generous and caring and loving and kind human beings I've ever met, I'm not exaggerating at all. And just a quick anecdote to illustrate that. Our mutual friend Cora visited Brooke in the hospital just maybe a couple of days after the accident, and this is while Steve was literally clinging to life. And Cora told me that Brooke's first concern, of course, was for her husband. Her second concern was not for herself, but the man who hit them, wondering what he must be going through, which of course probably was very traumatic. But that just shows you what kind of people they both are. They are so centered toward others, and it was nice to see the community's reaction to his release after they, as you pointed out, Alex, have done so much in their community and for their friends and family. Just remarkable people. So thanks for sharing their story, Alex.
Of course.